Substitute a value. SARS. After the SARS epidemic had been contained, the spread of the illness had stopped, which means healthcare professionals combined all the data and information together in order to get a larger understanding of how the illness progressed, where it was found, how many people contracted the illness, and how many people passed away. When doing this, they used pre-existing formulas to help them process the information. So, for example, to determine the percentage of people who died as a result of the illness, they used this formula. The number of people who died divided by the number of people who had the illness times 100 equal the percentage of the people who passed away. So, for this problem, severe acute respiratory syndrome is a viral infection in the respiratory system. It is known for the causing of acute respiratory distress or extreme difficulty breathing. The SARS virus emerged in 2003 and no new cases have been reported since 2004. However, during 2003, a total of 8,098 people were diagnosed with SARS and 774 people died. So, let's fill this in. We have 774 people divided by the number of people who had the illness, which is 8,098 times 100 equal the percentage. So, to use this, let's use a calculator. So, we have 774 divided by 8,098 is equal to 0.095579, and it continues. So let's just round to that second 5. So to the right of it, it's a 7, which is between 5 to 9. So we're going to round up. So our answer is, for this, is 0.0956. And we're going to multiply that answer by 100 to get a percentage. So let's bring up that calculator back again. So times 100, which equals 9.56% to keep with our numbers. So 9.56%. Now, when looking at percentages, when you're multiplying by 100, just remember we're going to move the decimal over 2 places. So if you look back at the original problem, you can go look at the decimal right there, move it over 1, and then 2. So we could have not used the calculator for that final step. So, in summary, when we replace the words in the formula with numbers, it is called substituting a value. And then when you substitute your numbers in for words, you must replace the numbers you must place the numbers in parentheses so that there's no confusion in the future. So parentheses. So let's look at another example to show this. Example 2, negative x squared minus 2x minus 6 when x equals negative 2. So we will solve this problem as if we're putting negative 2 with parentheses and anytime you see an x. So now remember our order of operations as well. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So we have minus 2 squared minus 2, and then we'll put in parentheses the negative 2 minus 6. So let's look at our list of how we would proceed with this. We don't have any operations in parentheses, so we can skip that first step. Then we look for exponents, which we see we have one right here. So let's do that. So minus 2 times minus 2 is equal to positive 4. As we have 2 negative signs, which then becomes positive. So we will write below negative plus 4. And then now let's carry over our last two things that we have to finish as well, which is minus 2 in parentheses -2, which is multiplied, and then minus 6. So we have done our exponents. Now let's look for multiplication or division, which we see that this is 1. So let's multiply that number. So we have in the front, we'll just get rid of that positive sign because it's -4. Now we have -2 times -2. So anytime we have two negative numbers, we have a positive number. So this equals +4 minus 6. So now let's do our final step of addition and subtraction. So we have -4 plus 4, which that equals 0. And then we have minus 6. So our total answer is -6. So now let's look at another example. Example 3. Taiwan reported that 475 people had contracted the illness had survived, but that 180 people had passed away after contracting the illness. What is the percentage of people who survived? So to answer this question, we're going to use the following formula. Number of survivors divided by the number of survivors plus the number of deaths times 100. So remember our order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. So first we look at P for parentheses, which is right here. So let's write this all out. So we have 475 divided by 475 plus 180 times 100. So the first step is to deal with this. So we're going to add 475 plus 180. So equals 655. So let's write that out. We have 475 divided by 655 times 100. So here's our calculator. We have 475 divided by 655, which is equal to 0.725. Now we multiply this by, so we've done this, 0.725 times 100. So we now get 72.52. So we'll round to the 100th spot.